Hi, I'm Riddhi Mignani and we are talking about the Economic Survey 2021. So this time the topic is the bare necessities. Now the bare necessities are something that we usually end up taking for granted in our day-to-day lives. But now we will see, when we read through this chapter, what impact do they have on our lives. And also with the help of this chapter, basic or bare necessities, we see that how chapter by chapter, directly or indirectly, we are constantly focusing on growth. uh, so let's get started. The idea of minimum needs, the idea that economic development can be viewed as a process of providing the bare necessities of life to citizens, has been around in India. We are actually talking about this topic for the last many years. It's not something that we have just started to focus on. No, a family's ability to access bare necessities such as housing, water, sanitation, electricity, and clean cooking fuel have therefore been regarded as an important barometer of economic development. And going further, we will see how these bare necessities actually lead to economic development. The idea of accessing the bare necessities of life as sine qua non has resonated with the common man as well. In fact, a common man also understands that the bare necessities are actually the most essential items we need. The bare necessities of housing, water, sanitation, electricity, and clean cooking fuel are jointly consumed by all the members of household. They therefore touch the life of every member in the household. In the sense that, when why are we talking and focusing so much on bare necessities of life? Because when a family has access to these, it means that each and every person has access to these and not just one member of the family. That means what? Each of them can actually focus on being a lot more productive and they can make their lives better. In order to improve access to the bare necessities, successive governments have made constant efforts. Let's see some of the schemes that are currently being run by the government, which includes Swachh Bharat Mission, rural and urban. So this is about making India open defecation free and 100% scientific processing of the municipal solid waste that is generated in the country. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which is about housing for all. Jal Jeevan Mission, it's about providing safe and adequate water for drinking, cooking, and other domestic needs to every rural person on a sustainable basis. So Bhagya, it's about electricity for all. And then we have Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. It's about providing clean cooking fuel to poor households with a target to provide 8 crore deposit free LPG connection. And here we have a very important map to see. Herein we are actually making a comparison between 2012 to 2018. Now BNI stands for your bare necessities index, and this is for India in general. Red obviously represents the bad shape, which has improved significantly to yellow, and the idea is to make it entirely green. BNI for rural India 2012 versus 2018. Red, rural was in a dire need of help, and has now, there has been a significant improvement, and we see majority of it in yellow. And when we talk about urban India, it was mostly in yellow, and now 60 to 70% is in green, which is actually good. So we see that we have been improving. And now we see what are the health outcomes as well as the education outcomes of bare necessities. Research highlights that the health benefits that can accrue from greater access to the bare necessities. The benefits of Swachh Bharat mission that has led to a decrease in diarrhea and malaria cases in children below 5 years, stillbirths, and newborns with weight less than 2.5 kg. Research also supports the view that access to clean cooking fuel improves child health, because when food is prepared with the help of biomass fuel, what happens is there's a lot of pollution, and small kids obviously they may be more prone to diseases, so they catch respiratory illnesses. So how will they continue to function in their daily lives with such problems? And when we talk about educational outcomes, we see that research studies support that the access to bare necessities through its possible linkages can positively impact education indicators as well. Water hauling, a daily activity, consumes substantial time and effort of a household. So we've often seen in movies how ladies, especially, they go to far off places to fetch water. It is found that water hauling activity is negatively associated with girls' school attendance, because it probably means to say that girls usually go and fetch water and they are unable to attend their school. Access to washrooms in schools substantially increases enrollment of adolescent girls. Further, the electrifications linked with education, which could be through lighting and use of other equipment, are visible in day to day life. So, we see that in times to come, we want each and every person to participate in growth, because when some people which were not able to participate in growth because they were not having access to basic necessities, and when they have that access, of course they can move to more productive areas of their lives, they can make their lives better and hence be a part of growth. So this time around we don't want a few people to participate in growth, we want collectively everybody to be a part of it. And let's talk about the conclusion. So, using the composite index of bare necessities, the chapter summarizes the progress made into providing access to bare necessities for ensuring a healthy living. It is found that compared to 2012, access to the bare necessities has improved across all states in the country in 2018, which was what we saw in the maps above. However, while improvements in access to bare necessities are evident, the disparities in access to bare necessities continue to exist between rural urban, among income groups, and also across states. Government schemes such as Jal Jeevan Mission, Swachh Bharat Mission, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana may design appropriate strategy to address these gaps to enable India achieve the sustainable development goals. What it means to say is that we have come a long way, but to go further, we need to see that there is effective targeting of the schemes, especially on those people who need it, because that is when the difference will be created going further. So, uh, so the strategy may be designed to address these gaps, enable India achieve the sustainable development goals. So there has to be specific targeting. So to achieve the efficiency and the efficacy of this scheme. Thank you so much.